Hi, good day. Jo here over at woollycottage.com. Sorry, I'm out of breath. How come your kids always phone you when you're about to do something? Run up and down the stairs trying to get a parcel sorted out. Oh, just catch my breath. Right, so this episode is Back to Basics 20. It's the last one for 2023. And I'm doing carding video today. Been a while. I haven't done a card video for a good few weeks, probably a month or so. Anyway, so what I'm doing is I'm actually in the middle of listing for some semi-solid art bats, the same colours, for my festive Christmas virtual market on Sunday. So if anyone doesn't watch my live videos, which fine, because I don't watch a lot of people's live videos neither, just to let you know, on my channel and Instagram on this Sunday the 26th of November at 1:30 British time or GMT, I'm doing a festive market where I'll be showing off what I've got and peeling out bats and things like that and showing you what they look like outside of the bag in real time, and some new products that I've got listed on the website and having a chat about those as well, and just really just starting off your Christmas with a bit of a bang, hopefully, and with a bit of chatty chowiness. They'll have no doubt have supped to 1 or 2 gins by this point at 1:30 in the afternoon on a Sunday, but hey ho, it'll make it more entertaining. So I'm doing that, and also with that, it'll be on for about 1:30 till about 2:30. I might just go over a little bit, but I will also be doing a £60 giveaway, and the giveaway will be one of my Christmas Advents. It'll be the 4 Sundays of Advent, and they have 4 times 100 gram bats. Okay, so there's 4 bundles of 100 gram art bats, exactly the same from the orders that have all gone out overseas and in the UK this year. And with that, you'll get a couple of extra add-ins as well, and it's worth about £60. So I'll be doing that as a giveaway, but the only way you can get in the entry for a giveaway is to order from my website. You have to spend £25 or more. And once you've done that and placed an order, anytime between Sunday and Friday of next week, I'll be closing it down about tea time next Friday and taking all the names, putting them in a hat, and then on my Instagram live account next Saturday, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, I will announce who the winner is by picking a name out of the hat for this bundle set that they'll be getting. So anyway, more details, if you go back and have a quick look at my my live chat, I tell you exactly what is going on and what is happening. So that's what I've got this weekend, and I'll be doing them again in the summer, but I'll be doing it on YouTube, and again there'll be another giveaway. But this is the biggest giveaway I've ever given. It's 400 grams of art bats. I mean, what's to scoff at that? Anyway, I'll get on with what I'm doing now. So I'm doing these, and I thought, you know what, I might as well film this doing this, because it's a subject we're not really broached on, is making bats that look like a solid colour, especially if you want to blend them with something. Okay, so this is Quantum Blue, and this is already on the website. Okay, and it's amalgamation of blue shades to help create this look of a solid colour, but it's really a semi-solid. Okay, it has got all the undertones of one colour, but what I'm trying to do is make it look like a singular colour. Okay, one solid colour, but when you spin it up, you're going to have this just slight variations in hues as you're spinning it, but eventually they'll matrix into looking like one colour yarn. That's really what you're looking for in essence. Okay, so that's Quantum Blue. This is a new one. This is called Ruby Shoes. This is one I've just done. Okay, and that had amalgamation of cranberry, and I dyed the wool in Cabernet and a touch of aubergine, and end up with this like maroony sort of colour. So I've mixed it up with 2 other shades of reds, and more of a berry reds than they are scarlet reds, and a hint of ruby in there as well. And then there's a red bamboo just to give it a bit of shine, and I've given it some glitter, hence the name Ruby Shoes. So I'll put that there out my way. Try not to get it in my cup of coffee. That's Quantum Blue. And this one's called French Lavender. Now, French Lavender is a Blue-Faced Leicester blend. Look at that. It has got different hues in there and different shades of it, but it is from this roving. Okay, so this is the point I want to make, and it's a subject that you really need to sit and have a think about. If you're dyeing your own wools, no matter how much you try, you can get them to look very, very solid in colour, but you will always, once you start to open it out, you'll always get these lighter patches because the wool naturally shrinks into itself when you're dyeing it in the pot. You never really get an absolute solid colour roving. There's always going to be, you may put another dye stock solution over the top of it, but you're still going to get these creases in there. You're still going to get them bunched up together. You may end up, because you've put a second lot of dye saturation dye stock over the top of it, you're like with darker splotches, then you've got lighter splotches. I use a big tin, a big stock pot. It's a 30-litre stock pot. I use that for mine, and I have the water quite high up on there as well, which means I end up using more dye. And because I'm using more dye, it doesn't always saturate in the pot, because I'm trying my best to make sure that all the dye goes into everything. And I give it a little bit of a swish around. I'll maybe add a little bit extra citric acid, and I would say 7 out of 10 times it will still come out looking similar to that. Another one, for example, is this one that I dyed up the other day at the same time, and you've got these gorgeous colours, but then you're getting these mottled tones that all the way through it. And this was opened up as a roving even before it went in. It was soaked. It's got it's a merino to silk blend. I like to personally, when I'm dyeing rovings, I generally do them with quite a few different colours, because it covers up the fact that you can't create an absolute true solid colour. You can do it with yarns, and even then that takes some practice. That takes some experience and skill to get hand-dyed yarns into a completely not a saturated colourway that it looks like a solid. It's really hard. It's not, it can be done, but it just takes a little bit more determination. But if you do that and spend that much time on a roving, the odds are it's going to end up felting. So that there. So what you do is you go rooting through all your stash for colours that look very similar. Now, this batt here, the French lavender, okay, made with this one, has been blended up with merino that looks very, very similar to it in hue, because even there, if you put that there, okay, very similar in hue, in the colour palette, in that range of purple. Okay, this time I'm going to blend it more with this pinky colour, which is more of a heather, and I'm going to blend with that to make a different contrasting colourway. But once it's all blended through, it'll look like a solid version, slightly different, more pinky toned in comparison to that more bluey toned purple. Okay, so with this I've got blue faced Leicester with stellene trilobal blend, and that's hand dyed. Then I'm using this lovely heathered merino, and then I dyed up a load of tussar silk, and it's in different shades of lilac and lavender, and a dash of heather in there as well, all similar tones to what I'm already using. And then I've got this bamboo, which is more the pinky hue on the purple, a darker purple, and I've got some Surrey alpaca carded top, and I've got some Angelina, and then I have got this, which is Egyptian cotton. So I'm going to add that in there, because this one's called Heather on the Glen. So when I think of Heather on the Glen, I always think a little bit of frosty on the top of it, just as the winter's starting to come in and the heather's not quite dyed back yet. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put all these colours together to help create a solid colourway, but I can't call it a solid colour. I can call it a semi-solid with the same hues together. Okay, so that's what we're going to get on with now. It's already prepped and ready for me to go on, and I'll just show you how I've done this. So there you go. There is a more slightly pinker tone compared to the French lavender. You can see the differences there now, can't you? It's got more blue undertones in this lilac blend or lavender, and then you've got this heathered look to it. I've added a little bit of white to it because I mean it'll be lost anyway once you spin, because it's only a littlest bit. But when I'm doing a semi-solid art bats, I like to make sure that they've got just the exact same luxury that's in my multicoloured art bats and gradient art bats and mirror reflected art bats and everything else. So there you go. There are two from the same roving, just slightly different colours when it comes to blending with other fibres in there. So this one's Blue-Faced Leicester with a Corriedale, and Surrey Alpaca, Angelina and Bamboo in there. Oh, and my own hand-dyed rose fibre. And this one is the exact same BFL and trilobal blend with merino and bamboo in there. Okay, so I'll do one more for you and then I'll let you get on with the rest of your day, because I've got loads to do. It's turned into Santa's Grotto here. So we've done this one, and I think what I'll do is I'll show you how I change the perspective of this really dark. It was dyed with an aubergine and a dash of Cabernet, because I didn't want it too eggplanty, because I knew that I had wheels up the stairs that I wanted to put with it. So what I need to do is just weigh this out to get to the weight that I'm looking for, and then I'll be back in a second. Okay, so next is that aubergine one. Oh no, it's got bits of fluff on it. So this is the one we're going to do next, and it isn't just a silk, it is soya, merino and soya fibre. Okay, so that's what we've got here, and because there's already a little speckles of white through with the soya, which doesn't always catch, I think the best way to dye soya, because it does catch now and again, but as I say, it gets caught in the creases inside the folds of the wool, and you're not always there. It's dyed there, but then down here where it's been so trapped inside the fibres in the dye pot, and when it's been soaking in the sink, it's not been able to get exposed to the dye solution, which, don't worry about it, it's not a problem. You're not going to get a solid coloured art bat unless you actually go to World of Wool, Threshing Barn, Wing and Wool, or whatever it is that you buy your supplies from, and just actually blend up those solid fibres, okay? Because they've got a completely different process to us independent hand dyers at home, okay? So I mean, this sort of thing, if you want it all constantly in this dusky maroon, then fine, Loganberry. If you want to have a bat that's exactly that colour, then go and order yourself some of this, and then you can make your bat out of it, okay? But what I'm trying to do and show you is how I create my art bats from hand-dyed roving that I've done myself, and then utilise the mill coloured dyed wools to give it a completely different look and a very solid depth of colour, okay? So with this one, I'm adding in this Loganberry. Not quite there, but it's nearly getting there. And then I've got this violet purple, which sort of has the same sort of colours when I look at it here in front of my face. Okay, so these are complement each other. They're not something you would necessarily put together, but when they're blended together, they don't look bad. And if you think of it in your mind, go next time you're at Hobbycraft America, Hobby Lobby, go and look at their yarns that have got lots of different colours in them, okay? The marled wools, James Brent's one that we have here in the UK. When you look at it from a distance, it looks blue, okay, just for talk's sake. When you go and have a look at it, there's little hints of green in there, there's hints of pink in there, there's hints of purple in there, there may even be a touch of fawn in there. It all depends. But it's not until you actually look at it that you realise it's not just a solid blue. There's lots of little dimensions in there, and this is really what you're going to get with this, okay? So it's a semi-solid coloured bat, and it's going to be all blended through. And then I've got some hand-dyed rose fibre, again in this from the same dye pot. I flung it all in at the same time, put this one in first. I soaked this in water and a touch of washing up liquid just to help the molecules from this dye stock adhere to this plant-based fibre. Okay, I'm playing with the idea of adding some Angelina, but I've already done two with Angelina, so I think I'll lay off on the Angelina for now and just do these. But that's what I'm going to do. I've brought you a bit closer so you can see how what it looks like as it's transitioning into this colourway. So see you in a minute. There you go. So you can make out the different tones in there, but overall it gives you the illusion of a semi-solid colour. Okay, there we go. So basically it's still got that hue of that aubergine, but remember, an aubergine dye is a mixture of, because I'm using this one, I had aubergine, which is usually a very purpley based colour pigment, okay, and then the Cabernet, which is a maroony based pigment. So this, in essence, this one here, that's what it started off as. That's more or less where I've kept to in the same colourways. But because one's got more purple undertones and one's got more red undertones, it meant that I could get away with using that Loganberry reddy colour, okay. It was like a dusky maroon, as well as that violet purple in there, and it's really helped tame them both down, but give them the essence of a semi-solid art batt. So there you go. So I hope that helps with your blending, and anybody who's getting drum carders for Christmas. I will be back with the Back to Basics videos sometime in the new year. Will be January, but I'm going to take a little bit of time off personally. There will still be things getting listed to the website, but I'm just going to back off. I've got some weaving I really need to get on with. I haven't been able to do any personal projects for months, with Christmas advents and then 4 days of Christmas advents to sort out, and then just bits and pieces, and the man having his issues with his eye and all the rest of it has been one humding after another. So I really need just to back off from social media for a little bit, but that doesn't mean I've completely gone, because no, I haven't. Vlogmas. I am doing my Vlogmas again this year. I'm not quite sure what theme I'm going. It'll all depend on what mood I'm in on the days. I will be showing off my 24 days of Advent. I was going to keep the, I did have a spare 4 days of Advent, the one that I mentioned at the beginning of my episode. But I decided that I wanted to do it as a giveaway because everybody's having a really hard time this year. And today is Black Friday, and please shop small, because your gift from somebody that doesn't do a Black Friday, it means so much more to them, because they're the ones that put in the hard work. Your big companies like Amazon, they don't care who's buying from them. They don't really give a toss, okay? They're just looking at their profit margins. Where a supplier, you're probably covering, by buying 2 items from her or 1 item from him, and from their own online shop or from their Etsy store or from Folksy, you're actually probably covering about the basis of covering for their website or their fees, okay? You could be paying for them for getting in a new stock for the following month so that they can keep on putting new items on the shop, and they may have not had any sales. So it's really, really important to support your local crafters, because if you don't, we can't hang around. We do try our best. We are sticking in there, and we are keep going, and we're trying to find new ways of supplying you and getting the products out there. So it is really, really important, with it being Black Friday today. Buy small, shop local, and it doesn't mean you can't buy online, but if you've got somewhere that sells in a bricks and mortar shop, definitely support them, because a lot of people having to close down their bricks and mortar shops and work from home because they just can't afford, in this climate at the moment, to keep that shop open. So thank you very much for watching me today. Have a really lovely Christmas if I don't see you between now and my Christmas Advent. If you want to, pop over on Sunday the 26th and catch me doing my virtual Christmas market. Treat yourself with a chance to win my one of my Christmas Advents for yourself. I think that's all I've got to say for now. So if you don't see me over December and you don't want to watch Christmas Vlogless, I will see you in the new year, and a happy new year to you when it comes. Take care. Bye bye. See you soon.